What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis. People often ask me, how do I beat the no contact method? I know what some of y'all are saying. Man, you shouldn't tell people how to beat the no contact method. I'm using that to get rid of them. Hey, people ask me a question, I help them out. All right, so there are 5 steps that I know of to beating the no contact method. Step number 1, exhaust all means of communication. What does that mean? The first thing you want to do is make sure that you try everything you can to talk to this person or to contact this person. And you want to do that within the first 48 hours. It's kind of like that show on TV, the first 48, because that's critical. If you can make contact within the first 48 hours, they are far less likely to carry on with the no contact method. Now, that means you want to go to Facebook, you want to go to Twitter, you want to go to Instagram, you want to go to the phone, you want to go to Twitter. I think I already said Twitter, but it don't matter. You want to go to every type of media you can, every type of communication device you can. You basically want to do everything in your power to communicate with this person within the first 48 hours. That's a really big one because it matters. If you are able to make contact, then you can move on to step 2. Step 2, keep it positive. Now, once you make contact, it may take a second, right? It may take 1 or 2 days or even more. So if it takes a little while to make contact, by then you could be frustrated, you could be a little angry, a little upset. In that situation, you want to make sure that you calm down and keep it positive. Because just because the person has talked to you again doesn't mean that they're going to continue talking to you. Also, sometimes when you don't make contact right away, what ends up happening is it becomes easier to just go to the negative and try to get that person to contact you that way. Like, oh, I'm going to call them a name, or I'm going to get disrespectful on them in some kind of way. Then they'll contact me. That works, but it's what they call a Pyrrhic victory. It's not really worth it, and it doesn't last. Okay, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. You want to keep it positive because you don't want to do anything to give them fuel to continue the no contact method. Now, normally when somebody's doing a no contact method on you, it's usually because you probably did something to them, or you probably disrespected them in some way anyway, or not giving them what they need or want. And that's why they're pulling a no contact method on you. So you got to remember that if you pile more negativity on it, it reminds them of why they went that direction in the first place. So keep it positive. If you don't get what you want from the first 48 hours, if you are unable to make contact, or if you make contact and the contact becomes really spotty or really angry, you're going to have to shut it down. That's step 3. Shut it down. You can't continue to call that person, text that person, because at this point you're just doing more harm than good. At this point, you're also frustrating yourself and causing yourself to become more emotional, so you start saying and doing things that are not in your best interest. Shut it down. Give that person a chance to kind of marinate on things. Give that person a chance to miss you, and don't try to make contact with them for that time period, because if you do, a lot of times you're going to just do more damage, make the situation far worse. So shut it down. That means no Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram, no cell phone, text messages, emails, none of that. Shut it all the way down. Once you shut it down, it's time to go to step 4. Step 4 is very important, even though it doesn't have anything to do with the other person. But it's very important to get somebody to break the no contact method. You need to be happy and show it. Get out there, start having fun, doing things that you like to do, taking your mind off of this other person and occupying your time. Also working on yourself and growing. What does that do for you? And what does that do to get them to come back? What it does is it makes you more stronger and more interesting, and it causes that person to also feel like there's a sense of urgency that they might be losing you. As you start doing more, you start enjoying yourself more, it shows. They can tell. They can tell in your demeanor. They can tell in the things that you're probably posting. Because I promise you, a lot of times people are working the no contact method on you, but they're still checking your Facebook, they're checking your Twitter, they're checking your Instagram, all different kinds of social media, trying to figure out what you're going through and what you're doing. If you show that you're living your life and you're having a great time, And a lot of times that person is put in a position where they have to make a choice. Do I think this person is going to move on, or do I think that they're going to pursue me in the future? And a lot of times a person will break the no contact method and start talking to you again because they think you're moving on. Okay, if you've been living, being happy, enjoying yourself, you've probably sparked their attention. By now, they're probably ready to contact you. So when they do contact you, that's when you move on to step 5. Step 5 is play it cool. Once this person contacts you, the biggest thing you're going to be thinking is to either A, run up to them and just say, oh, I love you, I want you back. Or B, you're going to be pissed off and you're going to try to take shots at them. Do neither. This is a time for you to kind of relax. They've tried a big power move on you, which was the no contact method, and you basically stood your ground and didn't really let it affect you. Now the power has shifted. This person contacted you first, so now you're in a position where you kind of got control of the situation. So what do? Once you get control of the situation, you let them pretty much do what they need to do. What is it that they're going to do now? Once you start playing it cool and making it seem like, you know what? I may not even need to talk to you anymore. Your time may have passed in that first 48 hours. Now they become desperate. This is what often happens. Not all the time, so don't think it's going to happen every time. But often they become desperate, and you are in a situation where you're completely in the driver's seat, and you can choose whether or not you want to talk to them again. So basically, just play it cool. Let them do most of the talking. Don't get angry. Don't get too excited about the situation. And also know that one day they can burn hot for you, and the next day they can be cold. So make sure that you don't just get that call or that text or whatever and think that everything is going to get back to normal. Just keep playing it cool. Let the situation play out, and that's going to really give you the upper hand and make you be in a better situation than you started out in. It's your man, Chazzellis. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with somebody else. Peace.